monogamish, Gamish. So yes, monogamish, but monogamish, it's like ish-ish. It's like monogamy with an ish. It's like reddish, brownish, yellowish. So it's a fun word. And it is an inviting word, I think, for people who are curious enough and they love their partner, and they also at the same time know that maybe they need something more or something different in their relationship, and they're also committed to their partner. I know it also sounds a bit like that when we were talking about polyamory last week. It can sound a bit like the one where you have a primary partnership in polyamory. And it could end up being that. Things can evolve, over time. But I think as long as you're having the conversation with your partner at all times, having check-ins and seeing how things are, this is really important. Conversation, communication is so key. I'm a huge fan of it. So, the primary relationship polyamory can sound like monogamish, or some people might call the primary relationship polyamory the hierarchical polyamory. Yes, it can sound similar. And the only difference is the agreement between the couple. So there's actually no hard, fast rules on this. These are just kind of words that have come up over time so that people don't have to necessarily live within a rigid box of rules around this is monogamy and everything outside of that is not monogamy. Well, that's a pretty rigid thing, and that can work for people. Absolutely. That can be really sustainable in a relationship where people can have those great conversations and they really truly rely on each other as well for everything, and primary conversations about everything go to that relationship. So you're not looking for, even in covenant monogamy, you wouldn't necessarily have a conversation about your relationship outside of your relationship. So it can be extreme in some ways. So serial monogamy, what do you guys think of serial monogamy out there? And then, to Aaron and Pat, who are more, monogamish in their relationship. They've been together a long time. Our two owls here, if you're watching on video, Pat and Aaron have been together for like 28 years. And occasionally Bobby shows up in their life, and one or two of them have fun with Bobby, but not always. Sometimes there's somebody else, and that's okay. They don't always know the person, and they haven't necessarily developed a long-term relationship with them either, so that it's not totally polyamorous, but they're also maybe in agreement that, yes, I'm okay with you sleeping with somebody else as long as you're sleeping with the same person, and that person has these different things like STD checks and all these other things. There needs to be some ground rules. And I think having ground rules in general for safety purposes, for health purposes, is very smart.